we've just released the trailer yesterday for this new film that we're doing called Lady Ballers, and I give a speech in the film about the difference between men and women, and the whole film you're seeing men just completely dominate women's sports.
Well, let's pull it up.
Well,
we have this. I chose the best source I could, out.com, and they've titled it, "This trailer for a quote comedy film about trans athletes is the worst thing we've ever seen."
High praise.
Jeremy, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I'm looking up the article now.
So it says, I chose this one because, of course, we have to go for the criticism. It's a well-known fact that right-wingers cannot make good art and don't have a sense of humor. At the same time, I just want to get the pause. Y'all call Joe Rogan right-wing, and he is one of the top comedians of all time. So nice try, but let's read. They say the Dailywire is reminding us all with the new preview for its first feature-length comedy, Lady Ballers. In a world where women's sports is being transformed, the Dailywire calls foul for the most triggering comedy of the year. So, of course, they're absolutely triggered by it. But in real news, we have this story from Daily Wire. So you just went on Patrick Bet-David's show, and the headline is, Jeremy Boring says theaters won't touch Lady Ballers because Hollywood has made transgenderism its religion. Yeah. But just to get the whole thing going, you put out a new trailer. Yep. It's about guys who find a path towards making money by identifying as women. But why don't you take it away?
Yeah, I mean, it's all in the name, right? Lady Ballers. Here, I'm going to read this from Out, though, because it sets it up well. It says, the premise of Lady Ballers seems to be that any out-of-shape 50-year-old white man is, by nature of being a man, a better athlete than any woman could ever hope to be. You see, women are just factually bad at sports, this movie states. First of all, what? Nobody involved in the movie is 50. Second of all, we do not state that women are factually bad at sports. We state that women are factually worse at sports than men.
It's science.
It is. It is truly science.
Don't you trust the science?
Sometimes
men are stronger and faster than women.
And this is why
full stop. The left can't even acknowledge that basic fundamental reality. Since they can't acknowledge that basic fundamental reality, they can't understand why we have any of the opinions that we have. They're not allowed to know that it's true, and so they don't know that it's true.
Well, but then I would ask, why then do they have testosterone limits? Why do they have that standard for? So the reality is, because they do know, they're just lying.
That's right.
Well, and we see it across the country. We see in Maine and in California just recently, there were male athletes competing in women's, cross-country events, and they were taking home all the awards for sure. And that's going to keep happening.
The average high school boy involved in track runs faster than world record Olympian women. Wow.
Yeah, we saw the women's average. U.S. soccer team was beaten by a high school team. Yeah.
When I was talking about this article that said prehistoric women were better hunters, and the argument was that because of, and it's all nonsense. It's like because of women have they carry more body fat, they have more energy for endurance. That actually creates drag and more weight. And so I was like, I can debunk this very simply. I think actually your debunking was better. They were pregnant, they were nursing children, so they're not out hunting. But I just said, okay, I pulled up marathon time and distance, and sure enough, men beat women in all of it.
Well, here's a little mental exercise for you. A riddle, if you will. Why do we even have women's sports?
Because sometimes people wear dresses.
Answered a riddle with a riddle.
We have women's sports because if you didn't have women's sports, women would never win at any sports. But the whole purpose of creating women's sports as a category was so that there was a place where women could excel.
Well, and that's what Title IX was all about.
That's right.
Now that's been completely destroyed.
And the leftist argument is, we have women's sports because sometimes people wear dresses.
But
that's seriously it.
That's right.